Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max and Juan cast, the MJC show. Max, we got lights, camera, action.
What's up, Juan? How are you doing? I'm sorry I'm yelling. I'm excited, and I just can't freaking hide it.
Oh, my goodness. AFC South, Max, we are doing. And Super Bowl contender in this division? Maybe, possibly.
Are you okay? Are you good?
I'm good.
Are you hyper?
I'm
fucking hyper.
I'm energetic. I'm looking like Walter White. All right, no beard, new me.
How many times are you going to say that? It's been like 2 weeks.
I know, but anyway, let us know what you guys think of the lights, man. The new little angle we got going. Shout out to Big Luke to the neon lights. But make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below whatever thoughts, opinions that you guys have. It's easy, bro. It's free. Okay, it gets us possibly on the YouTube homepage. It recommends the video to other people, gets the algorithm up, and best of all, it's free, bro. You can just support us. We don't want money. We don't want anything like that. We want you to press the like button.
I mean, we'll take money because Juan is going to start a GoFundMe for his beard.
For my beard, all right?
Yeah.
But
I'm starting to GoFundMe for my hair.
Hopefully it grows back. Hopefully it grows back by the end of the season. But we'll see.
I don't know, man. You're not a very prominent facial hair grower.
We'll see, man.
You're a grower, not a
You're
shower.
Rooting for me?
I'm rooting for you.
Alrighty, let's get into the Tennessee Titans, man. Mike Vrabel coming back as head coach. Todd Downing, former Raiders head coach. Former Raiders offensive coordinator coming back for his second season. And Shane Bowen for DC. Last year, 12-5. Number 1 in the AFC, but tragically lost to the Bengals in the divisional round. Some of the key additions, they drafted Treylon Burks, who they also traded for technically, with losing A.J. Brown, and winded up drafting Roger McCreary? I don't know.
Is he Irish?
McCreary? Austin Hooper and Bobby Trees, a.k.a. Robert Woods.
They really call him Bobby Trees?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
But some of the key additions right there. Now let's go over some storylines.
Can I give my first one?
Yeah.
You know when the dog boat says, "In God we trust"?
Yeah.
Do we trust in Tannehill?
I know we trust in King Henry. I don't know about
smoke
Tannehill.
King Henry, yeah.
Do you remember that conversation we had with Peyton? Shout out to Peyton. About Tannehill versus Carr. Where do you stand now?
What was I on back then?
You were heavy, and Peyton. Both of you guys were heavily on the Tannehill
I will
side.
say I'm more prominent on Carr, but I think Tannehill, there's a bad taste in your mouth, but that's not a reflection of how good he's been for them. I think he's been a pretty good quarterback for them. 4 picks in a playoff game that you should have won. It's a tough pill to swallow, but I mean, look, it wasn't an easy year for him last year. The Julio Jones trade was a absolute debacle. One of the worst trades in NFL history in just the terms of what the Titans got. Julio was bad last year. He's pretty much done.
It was a horrible trade.
A.J. Brown was banged up, and then they just traded him. So the trust in Tannehill for me is pretty much, I think it's maybe at the lowest it's been since he's been in Tennessee, but I think he can fix it pretty easily. He's not a bad quarterback, man. I think we're overreacting a little bit.
I do think we're overreacting a tad bit, but nothing changes on what I thought of Tannehill. Like, I thought he was a step above game manager. I think if there's a next level for Kirk Cousins, it's what Ryan Tannehill has done. I would explain it like that.
He makes a lot more off-schedule stuff than Kirk.
Yes.
That's why he's at that level.
And I think for to put a closed case on it, I think the best way to put it is Ryan Tannehill is not going to be the reason why you win.
Correct. I'd go with that.
Yeah.
I mean, there might be a game or two, but in the long run, you're kind of like, we have that running back, Derrick Henry, who missed a chunk of it last year. He's back and hopefully in mint condition. So we'll see what this Tennessee Titan is. I think we're underrating them, though, as a team. They're not going to be some
slapdick team.
That's a good way to say it. Correct. Yeah. And then I think their defense has the potential to really pop off, especially if they get some guys healthy, like maybe a Caleb Farley, Bud Dupree the whole year. Maybe Harold Landry takes a step up. He got a big contract.
Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simone.
what about King Henry? This is an interesting one, man, because Derrick Henry, fantasy owners love. He's how old is he? He's
30,
28 years old. He's
28,
probably he will be 29 on January 4th.
What is so? You know how like they have like in dog years you're like 7 and you're really like 50. What is that? Like what's 28 in running back years?
It's at least 30,
31,
32.
32. Okay,
Yeah. You're almost there.
Zeke's like 100.
Yeah.
Zeke's like 50 in running back years.
So this is a guy that's been hurt. Is the fall off coming up?
No, I don't think so.
Do you think he has what one more elite year in
One
him?
more.
Okay.
What do you feel differently? The way you make it sound a little different.
I am skeptical because I do think he's the engine of the Tennessee Titans. They're gonna go as far as he takes them. And without him, I do think they are a definite losing team. And I would say this. Last year, I think they got lucky, man, because they were winning during a time where some teams were just struggling. Like the Chiefs.
The Rams.
Yeah, they caught a lot of teams on some good weeks.
Just caught him at the right time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say there's a lot of games last year where they could have gone like 8 wins, 9 wins. Like, I don't know if you remember the Buffalo game. Like, let's say Josh Allen does make that first down. Like, it's a different story. I just think there was a lot of games last year where it was really like Mike Vrabel and like them just pulling it out of their ass.
It out, yeah.
49ers, that game on Thursday night, that game was nowhere near to be won by the Tennessee Titans, and they fucking pulled it out. And I think this year it's going to be hard. It's going to be harder because they don't have A.J. Brown. They don't have some of the firepower, but they get back King Henry. And Derrick Henry, man, is one of these players. It's crazy to say because we haven't seen it with a running back in years. You'll probably see this back in the 80s and shit, or even the early 2000s. He changes the game. Like, he puts fear into the other team. Like, he's a difference maker. Like, he can pop off for a fucking 80-yard run at any time.
Yeah, and that's something they definitely missed. They had Devontae Foreman who did an admirable job, but there's no one like King Henry.
Right.
You know, he's 6'4", 250, looks like an edge rusher, and he's just out there making guys miss, breaking big runs. And if they have any chance to win this division and be competitive, he needs to stay healthy. And I bet on him being healthy. He's not a Christian McCaffrey to me where, he's hurt again.
We'll see, man. Lower leg injuries, those are tough to come by.
Foot, too.
Yeah.
For a running back.
Robert Woods and Treylon Burks, they come in. They basically replace Julio and A.J. Brown.
I think they could be better than the tandem last year.
I mean,
nowhere
to go but up.
I don't think Treylon will be better than A.J. Brown, but like we covered in our wide receiver video, hopefully linked right here, that even if he's 80%, he's that cheap, all that extra money is well spent. And Robert Woods, at this point, coming off injury, I would say he's still going to be better than Julio Jones was. Julio Jones is washed to me. That's just simply put.
Yeah. I think it's a great investment with Robert Woods. I think...
low risk, high reward.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And Treylon Burks...
He's supposed to be A.J. Brown.
Yeah, he's supposed to, man. So we'll see how that goes. The offensive line... a little bit switched up. I believe they lost their Roger Saffold.
Yeah, Aaron Brewer comes in, but I still like. I don't know. Do we still like Luan?
I love his podcast.
Bussin'
with the boys.
I like him a lot. I just want him to stay healthy, man. And I know it's hard, and especially when one injury happens and it's ACL, knee, ankle, shin. Yeah. It's just bad.
Yeah, and he's one of these guys where I feel like he's like the backbone of that team. Like, he gets along with everyone.
Yeah, heart and soul, really.
Yeah, most definitely. So, the offense, we're going to see. Mike Vrabel is one of these head coaches that he's elite, and he makes something out of nothing.
He's kind of pushing up on that Tomlin area.
Oh, yeah.
Tomlin, Harbaugh, Belichick, like, hey, when you have this guy as a coach, it's winning.
Yeah.
You might not be pretty. You might not be awesome, but it's winning.
Exactly. Let's move on to the defense. Jeffrey Simmons, elite. Mm-hmm. Their defensive line in general, I really like it a lot.
Front seven, I like.
Yeah. Danico, Harold Landry.
How do you feel about your boy Monty? Full Monty Rice. 3-card Monty.
He's going to get a chance this year because...
What was your prediction? Defensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it. But I do think he'll get a chance. Zach Cunningham coming in. They lose J-Ron Brown and...
Rashad
Evans.
I don't think those are huge losses. I think if Farley comes back, man, we have so much hype in him, and
there's so many blossoms on this team.
Fulton, Molden, Elijah Molden, I really like.
I feel like this is the year where a lot of these guys just make the leap. Like it's all coming into fruition. Like Christian Fulton, you seen it last year, but fuck, it's like, man, we can still see room for fucking growth from this guy.
Definitely, yeah.
And Caleb Farley, honestly, before he got hurt, he was starting to get it. You seen it. Because he was starting to play more. He was getting it down.
The only problem with Caleb Farley is it's just the health. It's all it is, man. If I would have rather him struggled the whole year and been healthy than been good and hurt.
Yeah. Bud Dupree, a big-time free agent that they got a year ago.
I like Bud Dupree. Yeah.
Let's see if he can come back to form like he was with the Steelers. But this defense has the potential of maybe if the offense winds up being a lot worse,
they could carry a little bit.
Yeah, and the Tannehill thing is a little bit worse than we thought, and he's really falling off the cliff. This defense can definitely help them.
Absolutely.
Any other storylines you want to hit?
I think we covered it.
Over under.
Over, and it's at the over under is 9.5. I'm going over, not by much.
I'm gonna go over, with the exception of Mike Vrabel. That's who I have trust in.
If the over under for this team was 8.5, would you be like, oh, easily?
Yeah.
But the 9 scares you, right?
Yeah.
9.5, yeah.
Because it might be right at 9. The best case scenario I have for them is 10 wins.
I would say 10 or 11. Yeah, and that to me means Treylon Burks easily replaces AJ.
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, 2,000 plus. Let's make Tannehill great again. I really don't love the make stuff great again slogans, but I'll go with Tannehill. Defense is healthy and elite.
Yeah. Worst case scenario, I have 7 wins. Because I do think it's right in the middle. Like
I think it's 6, but yeah, I mean, it's in the same range.
Yeah, because I don't think they're going to be, like, terrible. I don't think there's a world where...
Worst case is Derrick Henry injury. Treylon Burks sucks. Defense is just injured. That's it, really. I can't see anything other than injuries derailing this team.
I say the one thing that scares me is because deep down inside, if I'm a Titans fan, I really do feel like last year was the year. It was there for them to take. It was a year where it was weird in the AFC. It was weird in the NFL in general. Just look at who came out. The Bengals. Like, that was the year to do it.
I feel like if you're Buffalo, you're like, holy crap, we missed it. Same thing with the Niners. I feel like if the Niners get there...
I think the difference with the Bills, though, is the quarterback. It's like their window is a little bit more open than them.
Correct.
Like the Titans, it's like...
Allen's on the up, Tannehill's on the... We're kind of even to down.
Yeah. But like I said, it didn't happen. Like, it was supposed to happen. The Julio Jones was supposed to play better.
Ugh.
AJ was supposed to be more healthy. Tannehill wasn't supposed to fall off a cliff.
AJ was supposed to be there.
Yeah, Derek was supposed to be there for most of the time. He came back for the playoff game, but he wasn't himself.
No.
And I think it kind of creeps up in your mind with a couple of these guys that have been here for a long time. And they're like, fuck, was last year the window? Is it closed? Are we kind of done? Do we look for the future in Malik Willis? We already traded A.J. Brown.
I would say the window would have been closed if not for Mike Vrabel holding that shit open. That's what, to me, like you said, with Vrabel. We trust in Vrabel.
Yeah, most definitely. We'll see how it goes. I tell you this much. The next thing we're going to talk about, they were so underwhelming last year, and they reloaded in a big way. Indianapolis Colts.
I don't know what this year was so weird. You know, Frank Wright, he went all in. He's like, Wentz is my boy. Let's give him 2 first-round picks for the guy. Man. Marcus Brady's there as OC. DC's Gus Bradley. You know him well. Replacing Matt Eberflus, who went to the Bears. Last year they went 9-8, second in division, and they missed the playoffs, but we got to talk about that. Just horrendous team effort. I stand by Wentz in this regard. He was bad that game. But the Jacksonville Jaguars did whatever they damn well pleased that last game. It was a bad look from top to bottom.
No.
Wentz on
the fireable offense.
Fireable offense in my head. Yeah. So Frank Wright. First thing I want to talk about one with the storylines. Hot seat. How hot is that shit? I think it's like 100 degrees right now. 88 degrees.
Yeah.
The only thing that saves him is like we've traded for back quarterbacks.
Well,
And luck, injury, and
yeah,
retirement.
But I think they are riding out with Frank Wright from just the additions.
Is
They're
this
going
the year?
all in.
This is the last year for him.
Yes.
If it's bad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because let's go over some of the key additions. Stephon Gilmore, a.k.a. Gilly Lock. Matt Ryan, the most notable one. Yannick Ngakoue. And
Rookie Alec Pierce.
yeah, Alec Pierce drafted him. So Frank Wright, yeah, definitely on the hot seat. I just think him putting in all his marbles for Carson Wentz was just, it was warranted, but man, like you didn't expect for it to be that bad. We were high on the Colts.
Moments, man. There was a 4-week stretch where, let's not forget, where we were like, the Colts are gonna win everything. Like Colts are like they whooped the Patriots' ass. Holy crap! And to me, the Matt Ryan trade a year after Wentz makes the trade look even worse. Like we just got Matt Ryan for a third, who we know we're gonna get. We know we're gonna get stability. We're gonna get a guy who can make good decisions. And this O-line is stacked to the freaking gills. Hopefully, Quentin Nelson's healthy. He was banged up last year, but it's stacked.
I would just say this: their roster is stacked in general.
Exactly,
it's one of the best in the league. I will put it up against anybody.
I don't know if Matt Ryan's ever had this good of an O-line. I know they lost Mark Lewinsky and they lost Eric Fisher, but he's always been kind of up and down. But Jonathan Taylor, best running back Matt Ryan's ever played with, easily.
And by their logo, Max, the horseshoe, I just really do think this is one of the luckiest franchises I know. Because it all starts with like, we get Peyton Manning for a decade, and you're gonna lose them. You guys are done. You know, how do you come back from losing a guy like Peyton Manning? We'll give you Andrew Luck.
Here's Andrew Luck, and Andrew Luck, if he had not retired, would still be an elite quarterback, I imagine. But he was like, I'm done with the NFL's too hard on me, and that was unlucky. And they're like, we'll tough it out. They've been good even in the years they've had bad quarterbacks. Like, look, 9-8 is a good record for a lot of teams.
Yeah, and I would say the Josh McDaniels thing.
Yeah, he spurned them for no freaking reason.
And it wound up being like a blessing in disguise. It was like they got Frank Wright, who I think was a better choice in the whole aftermath of it.
Correct. I would
like
go with
they
that.
if they would do it over, they'll be like, okay, we're just hiring Frank Wright. But they got lucky again, man. This whole Matt Ryan situation
fell into their fucking lap.
Exactly, man. The fact that Deshaun Watson drama and fucking sweepstakes
I
went
think
on.
Atlanta might have screwed the pooch getting rid of Matt Ryan.
Yeah. They definitely fucked up. They went full rebuild mode.
You never go full rebuild one.
Yeah.
Never go full. That's a reference. I won't say
never go full Riri.
Yeah, there you go. But no, look, they got blessed. 3rd round pick. Would you rather have Matt Ryan for a 3rd or Carson Wentz for a 2 first? Let's be real.
Yeah.
But this offense, the weapons, how do you feel about them? Because, you got Matt Ryan, the weapons, not talking about the run game, talking about Pittman. I like Pittman. You've always liked him.
Yeah.
Pierce, Paris Campbell, Mo Alley Cox.
I mean, they just got one-on-one nightmares.
Paris Campbell can be good if he can be healthy, but he's never been healthy his career. I would hope this would be the year. I like Mo Alley Cox. My favorite memory is when he mossed the Raiders when he was like the 4th-string tight end. He's developed into a viable piece on the offense.
And I know this guy doesn't get that much praise, and probably nobody knows who he is, but you guys should look up Jelani Woods. I know you know who
Solid.
he is. He's like a fucking Mo Alley Cox carbon copy.
I know, right?
He's 6'8", a guy who doesn't run routes that good. Is he a receiver? But he can't really block. I guess we'll put him at tight end. Look, Matt Ryan knows how to throw jump balls. He threw all of them to Julio Jones. I think he's going to fit perfectly in this offense, and the players are going to match so fucking well.
I think so, too. And I think Frank Wright's creative. Now, the run game might finally get some good looks to run into because people are like, oh, Carson Wentz, please throw the ball.
Yeah.
What do you think about the defense, Juan? Their defense to me is weird in the sense where I love parts of it. In parts of it, I'm like, man, I love cover 3, but fuck me. You don't have to run every fucking play.
Well, their guy is gone. They got Gus Bradley as their defensive coordinator now. So
Cover 3
Yeah, a little bit more basic.
But they got the Gilly.
They do got Gilly, but
A little long in the tooth, that Gilly.
I don't know if I want Gus Bradley coaching this defense. That's the weird thing. I want Gus Bradley to coach a team like the Raiders last year, a team that where you get the most out of like other players that you don't expect.
Yeah, like face on. Yeah,
you're not really utilizing your guys if you have stars like this. You can get away with a lot of other stuff, and that's what makes you great. I mean, it's kind of like Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley's probably his best when he has a bunch of superstars, but he's not the best when you're giving him shit.
Yeah, exactly. And look, I just want to say one thing to the camera. Juan never gave me my fucking $5 for Kenny Moore. I never saw it.
Because he got torched by
you ain't that fucking broke.
Because he got torched by 100. How you gonna?
He got the interceptions. That was the bet.
Yeah, but he got fucking torched. It was a bad like 3.
That was my bet.
It was a bad last 3 games.
That doesn't matter.
Still,
it doesn't matter. To quote the
lightning in a bottle.
Doesn't matter according to the young Pope. Doesn't matter. Another reference no one's gonna get but me. But fuck you. Give me my $5. But what do you think? So the defense.
No, it's special. It's special.
You think so?
Names, yeah. Oh my god. The only thing that scares me is the Gus Bradley.
What about the pass rush? You sold?
Oh yeah, I'm sold. I love Kwity Paye. I think he's a leap guy. DeForest Buckner, as good as they come. Grover Stewart, one of the most underrated players in the league. He's kind of like a Joseph Day type of guy. He's kind of the
really
backbone.
Good. He's really. I feel like they find these fuckers from nowhere.
Oh my goodness.
Who's gonna have a better year? Kwity Paye, Jalen Phillips.
That's hard. I'm gonna go Jalen Phillips.
I'm gonna go Jalen too. I just wanted to bring that up because we talked about it earlier with Burrow
and then Bobby Orique, another underrated guy who's fucking. He's like a
poor man's Leonard.
Slightly poor man's version of Darius Leonard. Franklin is not bad either, dude. EJ Speed, guy that blocks. All he does is block punts on special teams. They're great, dude. I love Nick Cross. Stephon Gilmore, like we said, Julian Blackmon. Their defense is legit.
They need to play more man. You can't just throw cover 3 at these offenses. Cover 3 in 2010 was like, the cover 3 Seattle scheme was like, oh my god, what? How do we beat it?
Yeah,
we figured it out, everyone. We freaking know. They knew, Robbie.
Yeah,
they fucking knew.
Yeah, it's like, to me, you know what it feels like? It's like Gordon Ramsay going to go work for McDonald's. It's like, yeah. Gus Bradley fucking works with anything. It's good, but it's like you're wasting talent.
And then when you get to like the 5-star restaurant, he's like, "It's fucking raw." What the fuck?
Yeah, because there's so
That's
many.
What he does.
There's just so many intricate things that you can do with this defense. You can blitz. You can fucking play cover 3, cover 1. It doesn't matter. You can do so many special things. Like, to me, a great defensive mind will be a Vic Fangio or even an Eberflus that's with the Bears now. Like, he left a year early.
It's just like, okay, here's a burger. Here's the ingredients. And he's like, Gus Bradley's like, all right, it's got meat, it's got fucking cheese, it's a burger. And like, Brandon Staley's like, hold on, let me put some Chipotle mayo, let me put some iceberg lettuce, a little fucking tomato, and some onion. Like, he's got that gourmet, and this boy got that fucking hee-haw.
So we'll see the range that Gus Bradley has. It's going to be interesting to see.
I just think it's a disservice to this defense if you just have him play the same coverage every game.
But we might,
every game.
We might be wrong. Maybe Gus Bradley's like, you know what? I can do a lot of stuff with this, you know?
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too. Anything else you want to hit on with them?
I just want to hit on the over-under.
All right. Over-under is 9.5 wins.
Smash that over button.
Got it smashing, dude. I got him at 14 wins, best case.
I think best case is like 13-4, something like that. I don't. So I think Matt Ryan's just going to solve the QB problem. Jonathan Taylor, big freaking year. The young receivers show up. O-line's good. Defense, there's creative. I think that's the best case.
Exactly. Worst case scenario, I got 9 wins.
Got 9.
I can't.
I got 9 exactly. It can't be worse with Ryan than wins.
Yeah, exactly. And barring injury, but injuries can happen to anyone.
That's why I don't like talking about
exactly
football, bro. Oh, someone's gonna get hurt? No fucking way.
Yeah, exactly.
There will be a quarterback who gets hurt.
Yeah, when we talk worst case scenario, we're talking about like, okay, Frank Wright is just horrible in December. Like it winds up falling apart again.
Exactly, yeah. And Matt Ryan's like shows his age, gets banged up or something. O-line struggles. Defense is good, but
defense is vanilla as shit.
Yeah, and Frank Wright's fired 10 games in.
Exactly. That's the worst case. But honestly, the worst case is 9 for me. It's just way too much talent. And I don't see Matt Ryan falling off a cliff. I don't see it. Matt Ryan has been one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the history of the game. Yeah, I said history of the game. Like, he's going to go. He's fucking Matt Stafford, bro. That's who he is. Why? What's the fucking difference between Matt Ryan and Matt Stafford? Tell me.
Matt Ryan was on a good team before. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, what? There's no reason why that Matt Ryan can go win a Super Bowl just like Matt Stafford did.
Absolutely.
That's the way I see it with the Colts, man. True Super Bowl contender. That's just a little sneak peek who we think that's probably going to be the top for us. But we'll move on to the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans, not as bad as everyone thought last year. They wanted to fire their head coach, so they got Lovie Smith this year, who was the defensive coordinator last year. Pep Hamilton for OC, and
Lovey's doing that shit. It don't matter what they say on the thing.
Yeah, Lovey's going to be calling
the defense. Can I say this one last thing about David Culley's career? He didn't deserve to be fired. That team was surprisingly competent. No. But they had to run somebody over, and that's who it was. That's it. Go ahead. You can move on. Move the show on.
100%. 4-13 last year. Third in the division. Missed the playoffs. But
dumbasses like me was like, 0-17, here we come, baby.
Yeah. And they were a tough out, man. And one of the biggest reasons why is because they found a diamond in the rough in Davis Mills. And a luckily loaded QB class last year in the draft. I think that was the big reason why. Davis Mills this year, where does he go? Is he over Kenny Pickett?
I think he's fighting for that number one spot.
Yeah, it's close. But they found a diamond in the rough, and they're going to run it back with him. And I'm excited for this team. I'm not going to base them that they're going to have a great year, like make the playoffs or something. But they're gonna be the Detroit Lions of last year.
That's exactly what I wanted to talk about. I think they can totally just be a team that bites kneecaps, well coached. Dude, this team's roster last year was bad.
Yeah.
And they went 4-13. Yeah. They got a lot of young guys. They got Kenyon Green from Texas A&M, Derek Stingley, number one corner, John Mechie from Bama, who's hurt, who's going to play, and Jalen Petrie.
Oh, my God. I love Jalen Petrie.
Love that guy, man. Yeah. So you infuse these guys. 2 of them are on the defense, and Lovie Smith knows what to do on defense. And I just think this team's going to be, like, difficult to beat. Not difficult to beat, but they'll give teams annoyance. Like, damn, Houston's up 21-18 on the Chiefs in the third quarter. Yeah. What the fuck's going on? It's like, no, they're not badly coached. They're not a dumpster fire. They traded away the only thing on their team that had a black cloud over it. It's a fresh start. Yeah. Lovie Smith's not a bad coach.
Yeah. And as much as praise we want to give the Colts and the Titans, the Jags are far away. We'll get into them later, but the Texans are one of these teams where they're another great draft away, and a Davis Mills like
leap.
Good season away from winning this division. And I say that with a straight face. I'm dead serious about that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Because you can't trust the Colts and you can't trust the Titans. As much praise as we get them, this division has always been fucking weird.
Absolutely.
It's always been weird. So there's no fucking crazy route from the Texans of winning.
There's no like machine in this division. Like the Chiefs have become a machine, and my Eagles were a machine in the early 2000s. Like, oh, they're always winning the division. Yeah. It's kind of like the NFC East, where it's like, damn, every year there's a different team, kind of.
So look, if I'm a Houston Texans fan, keep your head down. Fucking just know that you have amazing young players that are just waiting to blossom. Like a guy like John Mechie that you mentioned, he's probably not going to play all that much this year. He's coming off injury. You know, he's a wait and see guy, but for the future, you guys are set. Davis Mills is the key.
What's the best unit on offense? I think the O-line's looking kind of nice, man. Yeah. We got Laramie, who's a stud, unless they trade him.
Yeah.
Kenyon Green. Britt's okay. Can's okay. Howard, I kind of like Howard.
Not bad.
Not bad at all, man.
As a unit, they're
the building blocks are getting there.
They really are. There. And they can get even more better with trading a guy like Brandon Cooks, throwing in the towel this year, and getting some more draft picks for him.
Absolutely, yeah.
And just roll
they're
with
going to have draft picks moving fucking forward.
And another guy I want to highlight on offense before we move on to the defense, Marlon Mack. Once upon a time, 1,000-yard back. And they got him for cheap.
I think it'll be solid for them, man. And Rex
I
Burkhead was good for them too, man.
Yeah. What do you think of Davis Mills? Do you like him?
I like him. Of course, one more year of it. I want to see it. I think right now his stock to me is pretty freaking high. Like he was stock right now is like, if you want to take Trey Lance's potential, sure. Proven product, Davis Mills.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah. I'm excited for them. Let's go to the defense. Couple of highlights on defense. Of course, we said Derek Stingley, a guy who he does have to prove it. He's a stud in our eyes, number one corner, but the facts are he had a bad senior season, or last season in college, should I say. Maybe like last 2 years.
It was just injury and like lackadaisical effort.
Yeah.
And
so it was a aim for the fences kind of pick, but let's hope it pans out for them. Kruger Hill, your boy, former Eagle. I like him. Christian Kirksey, Malik Collins, Terrence Brooks, Steven Nelson. Look,
there's a few guys that pop off the page, but there's a lot of guys you're like, those guys are crappy. But no, they're kind of solid, man. Yeah. Gary Hughes is there just hanging out. Mario Addison, Rasheem Green from the Seahawks, not bad, man.
And they got guys in the works. Christian Harris, Bama guy, love the pick. Desmond King, one of the best slot corners once upon a time. And then Jalen Petrie, like Fabian Monroe, all these guys waiting in the wings, bro. They just need to play on the field, get accustomed to each other, and they're going to be good in a couple years, hopefully. Like I said, it all depends on Davis Mills, but they have the means to be – they're not a dumpster fire.
They have the means to – even if Davis Mills isn't the guy, to go get whoever they want. They have a war chest of picks to make.
Yes. I think they pivoted off this Deshaun Watson situation, I think, as good as most teams could do. Because they were a laughingstock a season ago. They were. They were getting run by a fucking priest. You didn't know who ran the team. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, the Deshaun Watson stuff was just D-Hop. They traded him a year early, and it was just
Bill O'Brien fucking situation. They were a laughingstock.
The big problem with the defense, though, real quick, is the pass rush is going to be weak. But maybe they can find creative ways to get there with Lovie Smith.
Exactly. And I just hope Texans fans have hope.
They should. I think they should after last year.
Yeah.
It's hard to say after a 4-13 year you can have hope, but I think it was good enough to have hope.
And going on to the over-under, I'm just going to tell you right now, it's over for me. It's 4.5 wins. I think they hit it over.
I hit over too, yeah. And look, can we go to best case?
Yeah.
I think best case is 5, maybe 6. If they get 5, I think they're going to be hovering in that 4 to 5 to 6 range.
Yeah.
But I would bet they were 4-13. They got a lot better people. So I'm going to go that. And it's not about winning 8 games. It's about young bucks proving themselves. That's all it's about this year. You're not even competing this year.
Yeah. I got 7 for best case. I can see them winning 7. Worst case, I got 5 wins. Worst case scenario. I just do think, like, if they're bad, they're going to be the Detroit Lions. They're going to be a fucking hassle to deal with.
I think the worst case is a lot of the rookies have bad years. Like, they all kind of look out of place, and then the team looks like, and Davis Mills struggles, and they actually look like a dumpster fire. But I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I have faith in these guys, shockingly.
Yeah. Moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are coming off one of the worst head coaching experiences in NFL history.
Let's put it like this. How many games did Urban Meyer coach? 10? 12?
10, 9.
He got fired in the middle of the year, right? It was so bad that in those 10 games, he'll never coach another fucking down in the NFL. It takes a pretty special asshole to squander 20 years of coaching in 10 games.
Yeah. And it takes a different kind of breed to not know who Aaron Donald is.
Yeah, and to cheat on your wife. I mean, oops. Sorry. Is that out loud? My fault.
So they re-up with Doug Peterson, who's one of the... I like the hire.
Fuck Doug Peterson, my guy. No, I love Doug.
I think
he's fucking weird.
He is weird, but he's the perfect guy for the job.
Is he?
I think so. For the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I don't know, man.
You need an adult. You need an adult in the room. They just came back from one of the most unprofessional, unorganized head coaches that they have ever seen. Doug Peterson, at least, yeah, he may have questionable fucking philosophies on how he runs things, but he has a certain type of fucking say that goes on in the locker room.
I'll say that. I agree with that, where he's a man. He leads the team. He knows what it takes. And, I mean, it's all about Trevor Lawrence right now.
Yeah.
So you got the whole franchise ahead of you.
Yeah. And some of the key additions that they have, and as you guys noticed, Travis Etienne is a key addition. And why? It's basically his rookie year. And we'll get into that a little bit later. But Travis Etienne, Christian Kirk, who they paid a shit ton of money to, drafted Trayvon Walker and Devin Lloyd, wound up getting big free agents in Brandon Scherf and Darius Williams from the Rams. Storylines. We mentioned Doug and Trevor.
I think you should throw in Travis to that, like Doug, Trevor, and Travis, like DTT.
Yeah.
Because I think there's going to be some RPO offense. And I've not really been a fan of Doug Peterson's offense since Frank Reich left. It was always, we have 2 run plays. Inside zone, RPO. Inside zone, RPO. Inside zone, RPO.
Yeah.
And I think Trevor Lawrence does RPOs well. He did it well in Clemson. And it's all about that. It's all about Trevor Lawrence. If he looks as a bad year, he might be the biggest bust in NFL history. Oh, sorry. Second biggest, because Jamarcus Russell wants to be the biggest bust. That's what his words, not mine. So it's all about Trevor, man.
Yeah, it is all about Trevor. And let's stick a little bit more on Trevor. I would just say,
I'm not out. I just want to say, I am not out.
I am not out.
If it's bad this year, I'm like,
If you don't see the Indianapolis Colts game, that game doesn't exist. Let's just say they get their fucking shit kicked in, like it was supposed to happen.
I'm like 30% lower than faith.
I think it was such a good sign that we seen that Colts game because I finally seen it. I didn't see it all year. Literally, every single game I seen from Trevor Lawrence, I did not see it. I said, fuck, when am I going to see it? Like, this is kind of scary. And I finally seen it in the Colts game. I seen why he was the number 1 overall pick. I said, that's it. I seen it. That's all I needed. That's all I fucking needed. And if he winds up having a underwhelming year, which I don't think is going to happen, it's fuck, man. The Jags are back at square one. Honestly, it's going to be bad.
Do you like the supporting cast that they've built around him? I like Etienne. I like Robinson, who's hurt. The receivers, I'm they're whatever. I like LaVisca. I don't like Kirk's contract, but he's solid. The Joneses are fun. They're cool. Marvin and Zay.
Yeah.
But you're not like, ooh, man.
Please help me out on the GM's name. I'm drawing a blank.
Trent Baalke?
Trent Baalke. That's the one thing that scares me with this team because, yeah, Doug Peterson's in charge, but Trent Baalke is
a little more in charge.
Exactly. And he gave one of the most head-scratching contracts to Christian Kirk. I don't understand it.
I think we have a rookie quarterback. Fuck it, we got money to blow.
I just hate how teams think like that. Though.
Yeah, were people like, oh,
he fucked a lot of teams over with that contract.
Oh yeah,
let's just say that. But all the receivers that they have a bunch of number 2s to number 3 guys.
Yeah,
I don't see an alpha at all. I like all these guys to be the number 2, but not a number 1. Zay Jones.
Hardest working man of football, according to
he is, but not a number 1.
Even Evan Ingram, I'm not like, whoo, Evan Ingram,
exactly.
Bro, what a dog, that guy.
It's not a situation like Zach Wilson where there's no excuses for him. I think Zach Wilson's talent standpoint that he has around him is way more.
The Jets were light years better, like as an organization,
yes.
with all the drama than the.
But there's a world that all of this works out. Like Travis Etienne. Fuck a running back. I think he's going to get used as a wide receiver.
Both. Impact on both.
I think I would say this.
He brings electricity to the team. Like someone who can get the ball in his hands. Bam. Touchdown.
If I put a percentage on it, I'll put 60-40, wide receiver being 60.
Wow.
That's how much.
Pass catcher. Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because James Robinson, I think he's going to get more carries than Etienne.
I think in Doug Peterson's scheme, though, I think he's going to like Etienne and favor him a little bit. Well,
we're going to see. I like their offense. We just need to see something.
What about the O-line? I like Scherf and Robinson. The other guys are really question marks for me. And I know they have Walker Little hanging out.
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because another like power thing that we seen during the draft, it was like, Who are they? Who are they wanting to get?
They wanted a lineman. They wanted Trent.
That's
Doug
what you
Peterson
think. That's
wants
what everyone assumed. They wanted a lineman, but what did Balky do? They said, "You know what? Fuck that. We're gonna get Cam Robinson. Cancel all that
heard
noise."
Peterson wanted the lineman, and that makes a lot of sense. Thinking about those Eagle teams, what did they have? One stacked to the gill. O-line.
But Balky wanted his guy. He wanted his Alden Smith, and he said, "You know what? We're just gonna eliminate the process. We don't have a left tackle. Nah, we got Cam Robinson. We're gonna pick Trayvon Walker."
How do you feel about Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen maybe being the up and coming pass rush duo? Look, I like Trayvon Walker a lot. I used to like Caleb on Chason. Had a punt on that guy. Josh Allen, mixed bag.
You know what? I really like it. I love their defense because there's so many different things you can do with it, especially their defensive line. I just think you can put, like, Trayvon Walker is the ultimate, like, chess piece because he can play inside, he can play outside. He's so talented with Josh Allen that you can put him back in coverage if you wanted to. Like, that's how
he did a lot at Georgia.
Yeah, that's how versatile they are.
I like their linebacking core, and I include Allen and Walker in that. Lloyd Alulaquan is really freaking good. One of your All-Pros, right?
Yeah.
Chad Muma, who I really like coming out of Wyoming. Shout out my boy Dalton, cousin Dalton, playing in Wyoming. The back end scares me. Darius Williams, not a number one. I like Tyson Campbell. Don't like Shaquille Griffin, never have. And the safeties are just to me. I mean, it's a team that's going to have to really try hard to get to that over-under.
I tell you one thing. Don't run the ball on the Jacksonville Jaguars because I think they're gonna be phenomenal against the run. I love their front seven.
Man, I don't like them against the run. I like them better against the pass.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't trust their secondary. I love their front seven with all the interchangeable pieces. I just think the more pieces you have in the front seven to be like, he can do this, he can do that. It's like something what the Patriots are trying to get to. They're trying to get guys that, like, it doesn't matter if he's on the field.
The Patriots had it, and they kind of lost it when they had to start rebuilding that defense, and they're trying to get it back. Yeah.
But I like what the Jags are bringing to the defensive side.
How much do you like them? How many wins?
Let's get into it.
How many wins do you like them for?
6.5 for the over/under.
I went under.
I went over.
Not every you go over.
I know it's hard, but I'm going over. I don't see them winning only 5 games. I just don't see it.
I think 5 is. I think best. Can I go to best case?
Yeah.
Best case is like 7 wins.
I got 9 wins for best case.
And I think that's Trevor Lawrence is Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. We think the RPO system's a perfect fit. ETN helps the run game. Somehow Christian Kirk develops into that number 1. And Trayvon Walker's a freaking stud muffin.
Yeah. For lowest win total, I have 6.
Worst case is 6?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I think worst case is like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
It's like Doug Peterson's kind of just offense. We all fucking know it. Those 2 run plays are really cool the first 5 times you see them. And then the big money signings don't pay off and they can't cover shit. Yeah. Trayvon Walker as a bust. Looks like a bust.
Yeah. It could be bad. I'm going to switch my worst case. I'm going to go to 4.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad I sold you on that.
Yeah, you sold me on that.
It's the Jags, my guy. Do you like the owner, Con?
Like his money?
Mixed bag, huh? Yeah.
The only thing good about going to a Jacksonville Jaguar game is that they got the pool. It's the biggest attraction.
Yeah, except you have to go to Jacksonville.
They should just. Are you on the boat to move to London?
Oh yeah,
yeah.
We got a huge fan base over there.
It's gonna suck for their division.
They're never gonna do it.
They're like, we gotta play these motherfuckers every year. Like, god damn it. Let's rank these babies. Let's rank these teams. Max, you go first. Who do you got going 1?
Colts. I'm gonna go Colts at 1, Titans at 2, Texans at 3, Jags at 4.
Wow. I'm going to go Colts at 1, Titans at 2, Texans at 3, Jags at 4. Same as you. I think it's pretty obvious.
I think 3 and 4 could flip, but I would doubt it.
I think 2 and 3 can maybe flip.
That too, yeah.
I think the Jags are for sure going to be last.
I can't see the Texans or Jags being the second best team in this division. Put it like that.
Yeah. MVP? Who are you going with?
Jonathan Taylor. Big year for him means big year for the Colts. Also, Trevor Lawrence was an honorable mention. I almost picked him.
I'm going to go with Matt Ryan.
That's a freaking good one. That's a really good one, man. If he has a big year, he could win a second one. What about Defensive Player of the Year?
I'm going to go Caleb Farley from the
It
Tennessee
says here
Titans.
Monty Rice 2.0 pick.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Darius Leonard.
That's a great pick.
It's kind of cult-centric. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to pick guys who are more blossomy.
Off the Blossoms. Blossom Club.
The Blossies.
Why don't we do a Blossy episode? Defensive Rookie of the Year. I'm going to go Derek Stingley.
I'm going to go Devin Lloyd from the Jaguars.
No Trayvon Walker, huh?
It was close, but I don't think Walker is going to have the stats for it. I can see Devin Lloyd.
Do you think Trayvon Walker has more sacks in his first NFL year or than his last year at Georgia?
Probably his last year at Georgia.
How many sacks did he have?
The reason...
I think like 4.
Yeah, 4 or...
You think he'll have less sacks?
Less sacks. I don't think he's going to have a big year as far as statistical.
Man.
I think they're going to ask him to do what he did in Georgia. And that's why I winded up going with Devin Lloyd.
6 sacks. Oh, yeah, 6.
Yeah. I can see him having Khalil Mack 4 year. It's not bad to start off. You seen how Mack turned out.
According to people, no sacks means bad pick.
I know, right? But Devin Lloyd, he's going to get freed up a lot from that defensive line. And I think he's going to rack up a lot of tackles. A lot of tackles. Offensive rookie, who are you going with?
Treylon Burks. I've liked him since day one. I'm going to ride with him one last time.
So I'm cheating, okay? I mentioned earlier.
We can't cheat. We write the rules.
True. I'm going Travis Etienne. And I know he's not a fucking rookie.
Red shirt rookie.
Rookie. Shout out to Blake Griffin. We're going NBA style. Travis Etienne for offensive rookie for this division. He's going to be utilized so many fucking ways. He's going to catch so many balls. If you're a fantasy owner, pick up Travis Etienne. I think he's going to have a really big year.
I like it. I like that you didn't. Well, you didn't break the rules. I like that you rewrote the rules for your own benefit.
Exactly. Well, that's going to do it for the AFC South. If you guys like it, like the fucking video then. Come on. Help us out, man. Comment down below whatever your thoughts, opinions on any of these teams. Do you think Trevor Lawrence is a bust? Do you think he's going to have a good year? Are we tripping? Are the Colts not that good? Give us all your thoughts and opinions, bro. Everything is welcome. And if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Most importantly, turn on post notifications.
Noti gang.
Noti gang. If you guys hit that noti, you guys will know every time we drop these bangers, man. All these divisional previews that we're doing. All right. Apple Podcast, Spotify listeners, go ahead and hit that follow/subscribe button on there. 5-star rate us. All that good stuff. We love and appreciate all you guys. And if you guys are looking to watch any of the other previews that we got up, hit this video or that video, whatever pops up on the screen. We'll see you guys next time. We are out. Peace.